Hey, y'all, it's Jenny. Um, I wanted to talk to you about something I had that was kind of funny, but also an insight. Um, I had kind of a brain cramp yesterday. I had a text from my sister who said she was going to be over in about 10 minutes to pick up something that I'd asked her to come get from me. And she asked an open-ended question: is there anything else you would like for me to bring? And my brain went, eh. I had a brain cramp. I couldn't think. I froze. All I could think of was eggs. I didn't know what I needed, right? But I didn't freeze up about having her come over. Well, after I got off the phone with her, I thought back to myself. Instead of going, oh, I wish I could have remembered, I wish, that kind of thing. I sat back and I thought to myself, how would I have reacted 5 years ago at somebody calling me and saying, I'll be over in 10 minutes? And I just started laughing. I thought, this is a really good example of me looking back and thinking about how far I've come in my recovery. 5 years ago, oh man, I had to have a day's notice at least before anybody could ever come by my house. And I spent the whole day prior in a complete state of panic. Was my house okay? What was going to happen? The whole going all around in my head of total severe anxiety disorder, going crazy, my heart racing. I mean, I was a basket case. And even when they came over, a lot of times I was just in such a dire strait, I couldn't even function, and they ended up having to go. Especially if I had to go somewhere, a lot of times I would panic and say, I just can't go, I just can't even handle it. And that really helped me thinking about how far I've actually come in my recovery. 5 years ago, if you think back to 5 years ago and you think back to now, you can actually see how far you've actually marched forward in your recovery. It's like night and day. And it's kind of like when you start out in physical therapy. Oh my gosh, it's so much work. It's so hard. Oh, the muscle cramps. Oh, the exercises, just, oh. But if you do it for the long enough time, eventually you want more weight. You're able to do more. You get into it. And that's what it actually does with the brain. The brain, after a while, it gets so into the exercising and the routine and the getting forward and stretching those muscles and working. And that's why I realized what was happening to me. I might have had a little bit of a brain cramp when I got the open-ended, is there anything else? Well, I'm sorry, that's an open-ended question, I'm not good with the open-ended questions. It could have been, yeah, bring me a bicycle, bring me a couch, bring me the moon, that kind of thing. And that's what made me freeze up. I didn't know what to answer. But I didn't freeze up at somebody saying, I'll be over in 10 minutes. Like I would have 5 years ago. I would have hid under the bed and said, no. So, hugs, y'all. We do recover. And I'm absolutely loving the fact that I've come so far in my recovery in 5 years. It's like night and day. So, hugs, y'all, and keep on keeping on, because we do recover a little at a time and year by year. And just take some time from time to time. If we have one of those shutdown moments, we go, this was just, this really threw me for a loop. Take the time after you calm down from that loop that you've been through and think back 5 years ago how that loop would have really affected you. And that will make you giggle about that loop really wasn't that big a deal. Because 5 years ago, it really would have messed with you. So this really will prove to you how far you really have come. And it is absolutely night and day for you too. I promise. Hugs, y'all. Later, Gators.